Yo, yo. Just picked up a new mountain bike. Here we go for a little ride. This thing out, dude. Specialized stump jumper. I went for the aluminum frame over the carbon, but I think that'll be good for this area. Sort of stepped away from a lot of the road cycling just because it's so dangerous on the roads. I felt like this would be the perfect transition. Done a little bit of mountain biking out in Colorado and some here, but now we're gonna get into it. This is like the perfect little starter bike, full suspension, specialized stump jumper. I'm super hyped. Super hyped. So let's go for a ride, man. I tried to film yesterday, but I didn't have the angle right, so the entire video was just you guys looking at my legs. So it's a new day. This will be the second ride on this bike. This bike is freaking sick, man. These trails are right here in my backyard, not even like, I don't know, right next door to where I live, literally. So not even a block away, man. It's crazy. It's not even 8 a.m. Oh, morning ripperoni. I haven't ridden this side of the trails. There's like 4 miles of trails back here. All right. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Still getting used to the bike. Go this way. Yay! Jumperoni? Oh. She's sick. Yeah, so someone sent me a screenshot. I'll go this way. Someone sent me a screenshot of, a comment on like a random YouTube video of a guy named John NC. And the records on the car that I own are from a John that used to live or lives in NC. So the guy says, I'll throw the screenshot up, but the guy says he owns an M4 GTS. And this is a comment on a video. Like, I don't know what video it is. It's probably some random video about the M4 GTS. It could have been, who knows? It could have been some review. Because the M4 GTS got a lot of, oh, that's mud. The M4 GTS got a lot of kind of not great reviews from people who reviewed it and just weren't happy with, you know, the way that it performed, the way that it drove, how expensive it was. There were a lot of things that people didn't like about it. Mostly people were complaining about how harsh it rode. I mean, it's not, it's definitely not the most comfortable car to drive, but it's freaking supposed to be like a street legal race car. Like, it's not supposed to be comfortable. Either way, this comment was likely on one of those videos, and Mr. John was commenting about how the, I think we go this way, about how the M4 GTS was fantastic. That he owned one. He also owned like an M4 Comp, and then an M6, whoa, a little rock garden, and then an M6 Coupe. And he removed the cage, which should solve our conundrum. removed the cage because it was quote unquote just dumb, and he now has great cargo space, which just made me laugh super hard, which is all fine and well, but you know, now it's my problem to find it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's, you know, his car, he can do whatever he wants to it. Doesn't really matter what my opinion is, but now I'm the owner. And this is why I always say, never sell your OEM parts, no matter what. If you want to heavily modify your car, great. If you want to put a bunch of stuff on it, make it super fast, make it look totally different, great. But never sell your OEM parts. I mean, unless of course you like go down the road of doing modifications where there just really is no return, like, you know, wide body kits and stuff like that. But for the most part, 99% of people, you should never sell your factory parts, because first of all, the car will have more value when you go to sell it if you keep those factory OEM parts. And second of all, it doesn't become, you know, a person like me, my problem when you're trying to get all the original parts for it. So John took out, I mean, clearly John's, we're talking about John NC here. Clearly John, you know, has money. I mean, if he's got that many cars and he's daily driving a GTS, which is just badass in and of itself, what a legend. He's pretty well off, so doesn't need to worry about much. It's probably why he just got rid of the stuff he didn't like and probably sold it, didn't care, lost it, whatever, gave it to his nephew. Who knows? But obviously it has become my problem. And so that was, a lot of people were like, well, what happened to your cage? Like, there was all these rumors. People were like, oh, someone took it out because they wanted more cargo space, which is correct. Someone took it out because they wanted more room to recline, which I guess could also be correct, right? But you know, now I'm like a person who's stuck with trying to find a cage, and I'm like looking to have a custom one made for $3,500, but the paint won't be identical, it won't be OEM, or I found an OEM one, but it's $8,000. It's like, oh man, do I really want to spend $8,000 on a freaking cage? But in that car, I don't know. I kind of feel like with a car like that, it's almost like you sort of have to. Like, a custom cage just wouldn't be right. There's spider webs all over me. So, crap. So yeah, I'm in this like weird predicament right now where, you know, the guys haven't started making the cage yet, because I was trying to find the right paint color, the custom one, and you know, I had this other guy reach out to me who had one. Obviously it's super expensive, so I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't decided yet, because $9,000 is a lot of money. Don't know if a cage is worth $9,000 to me, at least right now, when I'm trying to be a little more financially conscious, because I'm working on other things. Yeah, so he also removed the factory wing risers, which I've been trying to find OEM ones for a while now, just because I want to have them. I want all of the OEM stuff that came with the car. And the OEM risers from factory, the wing risers, are $700 and some per side. So it's $1,400 some just to have the factory wing risers. Those are gone. So, you know, that's like another $1,000 I gotta spend there just to make it OEM again. But that's what I mean by, like, you know, really shouldn't remove all your OEM shit. Nonetheless, I mean, it's my car. I bought the car fully knowing what the deal was. Ooh, look at all that mud over there. It must have rained. Oh yeah, it rained hard last night, that's right. So, you know, I mean, this is not like a boo-hoo me situation. It's just, it is what it is. But I've always learned that, like, when selling cars, it's always more beneficial to keep the parts, because when you go to sell it, the majority, like all of the people are gonna want the OEM parts. Even like on the side, it's good to be able to sweeten the deal like that. And some people don't want modified cars at all, you know? Like, I'm sort of one of those people. If I'm looking for a car, I try to find it as stock as possible. Obviously I have like the resources to do what I need to do, but I'm like riding this little course like a total wimp. Because for one, this is only the second time I've been on this bike, and two, everything is wet. But you guys get the idea. So, well, at least we found the previous owner though. It's kind of cool. Mr. John NC. I don't know if he still has the cage. John, if you're watching this, let me know if you still have the cage. I highly doubt he does. So yeah, I guess he was just cruising. This car is a daily driver, which I personally think is fucking badass. I think that's really cool that he was daily driving in M4 GTS. It really makes me want to do it, which I sort of do at this point. Like, I definitely drive the car every day. It's not like a garage queen. I know you guys see it and it's always clean and you just think, oh my God, it's a garage queen. But oh, is it raining? But you know, I mean, I don't have like a job to go to, so my version of driving the car for daily use is much different than other people's. Nonetheless, I think I go this way. Oh, this like cuts through, yeah. So nonetheless, whoa. This course is really fun when it's dry. I like ripped through here yesterday for the first time on this bike, and you could take it way faster. But with all this rain and mud, dude, it's pretty sketchy. This part I know a little bit better. Dude, this bike is so sick. It's so freaking cool. This is the Specialized Stump Jumper, full suspension. I did aluminum frame, but oh geez. They also make it in carbon if you want, but I don't think carbon's really necessary for the stuff that I do. Oh wow, we're only over here. Got a whole other side to explore. So yeah, I just thought that'd be interesting. I'd let you guys know, because I get all these people asking me like, hey, what happened to the cage? Like, why doesn't this car have a cage? Is it a real GTS? I have literally people who are like trolling me saying the car isn't a real GTS. I mean, I know they're just fucking with me, but it's always like funny. Like some of them think, this one kid legit thought the car was not a GTS. He just took one look and said, oh, that's a CS, that's not a GTS, it's fake. Which, you know, if you just take one look, I could see that, because it has like the CS style wheels on it, and it's got obviously the OLED taillights without investigating, and it's got the facelift, it's got the Icon headlights. So he like thought right off the bat, oh, that's a CS, but he said it with so much conviction, like, bro, take 2 seconds to look around, man. Take 2 seconds, you'll find out pretty quick it's an actual GTS. Nonetheless, weird world that we live in with social media. I actually took a month off, which was freaking amazing. I implore all of you to do that. Actually, you guys should all take 2 weeks off of social media. 2 weeks is perfect, in my opinion. Yeah, so don't get rid of your OEM parts, dude. Always keep them. It's gonna benefit you in the long run. That's just my experience. I mean, obviously everyone has their own experience when it comes to this stuff, but I've always just been better off. And then in the end, if you don't need them, you sell them. You know, once the build is done and you get rid of it and you no longer need any of the stuff, just go ahead and sell it. But at least you have it, you know? Because I guarantee you, if you still have all the stock parts, and for the most part, you know, people aren't doing crazy modifications. They're just doing basic bolt-ons, wheels, suspensions, exhaust, stuff like that. If you keep all this factory stuff, it's really easy to revert it back to stock, and it's not gonna cost you much, but I guarantee you it will find you a buyer for your car faster than if you have all of those modifications on. That's just been my experience. People, for the most part, don't wanna buy modified cars because it tells you one thing. It's been beaten on, it's been ragged on, it's been manipulated. Who knows if the work was done correctly, you know? A lot of stuff that goes into that. You're just greatly reducing your chances of selling the car. You're selling to a much more niche market if you leave all the stuff on. Not to say that people won't buy the car if it's, you know, modified. Like, I've sold plenty of modified cars, but you're definitely catering to a much different audience, much smaller, more unique audience. So it's just something to be mindful of. But yeah, John's a legend. Was daily driving a GTS. What a badass. Kind of inspired me, to be honest. I think I'm gonna start doing that with mine. But I loved his comments. He was like, yeah, you know, I don't know why everyone's like hates on this car, it gets a bad rep. Like it's fantastic. It's a little stiff, sure, but like that's why you buy it, right? I mean, that's why you buy the car. It freaking handles amazingly well. And I guess he just turned it into his version of the perfect daily driving street machine, which you can't fault him for that. But for all those wondering where my cage went, we now have an answer. Mr. Johns, it's just, he said it was just dumb, which is kind of funny, which just tells me like, yeah, all right, bro, tell me you got money without telling me you got money. But, you know, like I said, his car, his body, his choice, man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I just wish I still had it, dude, because I'm really trying to figure out what I want to do. Like, I don't really see a problem with getting a custom cage done, but, you know, it's not going to be OEM. And if it was like a normal M4, I probably wouldn't even sweat it. But, dude, in a GTS, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't sweating it a little bit. Part of me just kind of wants to just fork up the cash and go for it. Just say, you know what, fuck it. Like, fucking buy once, cry once type deal, you know? It's a little bit better. Oh, over here. Oh, water. Woo! A bit of water. Oh, man. I gotta start hitting some of these trails more, man. I was watching like Charlotte mountain bike videos all night last night, trying to find some cool locations. There's so much stuff around here, especially right where I live. It's amazing. So cool. I definitely had my eye out on like a bike for a while. I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to get. I used to do a lot of road biking, but it's just too dangerous nowadays with the drivers and everything. It's just nuts. So I stay off the road, man. I don't need to fuck with that. I ain't trying to die over this sport. Mountain biking is cool. It's a lot different. It's a much different style of riding, but it's a little more like chill, you know, a little more relaxed. And we got some really sick mountains around here too, so I'm gonna start hitting those up. You know, strap up the Tiggy, throw this bitch up there, start hitting up the mountains. Oh man. I'm gonna try and do this like every morning. It's a good workout, dude. Great workout. I'll get faster and faster at it, better and better. Pretty cool. So tell me what you guys think, man. You guys think I should do the custom cage route? 3,500 bucks or so. But the paint won't be exact. It'll be close, but it won't be exact. And then, you know, it won't be an OEM cage, but it'll be close. So it's like you're getting like that 90% original type deal, but it's not gonna be original. Or do I buy once, cry once, and go for the OEM cage? Ooh, we get some little jumps. Cool, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do. Help me decide. Whoa, sick. This is dope. Yee. So you guys drop those comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think I should do. I'm honestly leaning towards doing the OEM cage and just freaking buying it and going for it, dude. And then I'll be done, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's all it needs. It just needs that cage and then I'm good. This is how like every car enthusiast justifies themselves. It just needs that one thing and then it'll be done. I sound like a freaking drug addict. Whoa, it's tight. Yeah, dude, this course is sick. It's like fun, kind of tough, but also easy and chill. It's cool, I like it. Nothing too crazy. I'm sure the bike makes it a lot more enjoyable. I've actually never owned like a nicer mountain bike. I had a really crappy one when I was younger, but this one is super nice. It's a great thing about growing up. You start owning the things that you've always wanted when you were a kid, but you couldn't afford. It is a beautiful thing, my brothers and sisters. You're in here. Woo! Hey! Yo. Oh shit, that's water. Oh, fuck. All right, dude, this is the exit. Anyways, guys, appreciate you watching the video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.